So I want to tell this story. I've had an exceptionally difficult couple of weeks here. And it started not this Monday, but the Monday before. So I've got a sow, which is a female pig, who's about to drop a litter of babies. And to give you a little backstory, I don't want pigs. They're just nasty animals. I mean, people who say, oh, pigs are clean animals. I've never raised like farm style pigs. I mean, they shit where they eat their shit, they lay in it. They're disgusting. They're disgusting animals. So I've got these we have big pigs. We have a sow who's got to be close to 400. Our boar's got to be close to 600 pounds. And we had this little sow who was, between 200 and 300 pounds. Best guess. So the little girl's about to have babies. We got her in a farrowing crate and we have to leave the property for a few hours. We come back and she's not in the farrowing crate, which is remarkable because if you've never seen a farrowing crate, they're made out of steel. It's like a steel channel you got them in, and I have no idea. Still have no idea how she got out. Nothing was broken. She must have just been small enough to wriggle out of something, so underneath or in between or something. So luckily, she had actually gone into labor and just laid down next to the crate. So my husband and I, built a pen around her and came out the next morning. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. It would have been Monday morning. No babies. But by 9 o'clock, when I went out after I fed my kids breakfast and whatever, she had 3 babies. One on the ground, not alive. One on the ground with us, living. And one just hanging out. Just back feet hanging out, which is the wrong way. It's supposed to be head first. This is some of our first litters of piglets. So it occurs to me immediately that I'm going to have to, pull this piglet out because she's struggling, which was unpleasant. It was an unpleasant experience. But I don't even want pigs. We used to buy pigs in the spring, butcher in the fall. It's great. We raise our own meat. If you don't like that, I don't care. But now my husband, he wants to breed these pigs and we're wintering them and it's a disaster and they eat so much and they're just so nasty and it's really not worth doing, So I pull the piglet that's stuck out and I leave her for a couple hours and then it becomes apparent because their birth 10 to 30 minutes a piece on piglets is how they're supposed to come out. That's what I read. I don't know. I don't know. How would I know? So I call my husband up after an hour and a half and I say, yeah, this isn't working. I don't know what you want to do, but we haven't had a piglet and she's clearly still in labor. We haven't had a piglet in almost close to 2 hours, hour and a half, 45 minutes. And she clearly can't give birth to these piglets. And my husband says to me, you're going to have to go in there. You're going to have to pull pigs. No. So this can't be happening. I don't even want pigs. So I go back out there. I look at this poor pig. And I'm an animal lover. She's really struggling. She's been in labor now for several hours. Had to be close to noon. And she can't have these babies. So I go in the house. And I get all the supplies I think I'm going to need. And I get back out to the barn. I got a glove on. I got a bag on the glove all the way up to my fucking elbow. And I'm all lubed up. And there I go. Just, elbow deep in this pig. And I can feel the baby. As soon as I get in there, I can feel the baby. But once I get my hand around the head, I can't pull the baby out because my hand is too big. These piglets are just massive, massive piglets. So I thought maybe it was the glove because things are pretty slick in there, and then you put a glove on and you can't really reach in there, I hope you don't know. I hope nobody ever has to know. So I take off the glove, I take off the sleeve, and I go back in. What option do I have? I've spent two years raising this sow, and she's gonna die. She's gonna die if I can't get these pigs out. So there I am, I'm knelt down in this placenta-covered straw, with this stressed out, not friendly sow, with my whole arm up a pig's vagina, thinking she's gonna break my arm because she's flopping around. I mean, as you can imagine, it's not pleasant for her or me. And sure enough, I still couldn't get the piglets out. The piglets were too big. So I call my husband. My husband comes home, and and I tell him, you're gonna have to try. Maybe I'm not strong enough. If you know my husband, this is actually the really funny part of the story, because there he is, putting on his glove, and I say, "Oh, that's not gonna work." You can put it on if it'll make you feel better, but that glove's not gonna work. You're gonna take it off. You're gonna do it again. So he does. He and it's just the look he gives me. I mean, he's lined up. He's lined up with this pig's vagina, and he's looking at me. He's looking at the pig. And he just doesn't want to do it. And I'm in the back like, just gotta do it. You can't hesitate. You just gotta go for it. So sure enough, there he is, whole arm up the pig, and he couldn't pull him out either. We ended up having to, do what was necessary, but it was just the worst day. The crappy part is I had this infection on my arm, and I don't think having to be elbow deep in a pig really helped it. And so then I had this huge infection. I had to mark it with a marker, and I had to lance it and drain the infection. It was just one of those days. I mean, homesteading. Just say no to homesteading. Just say no, because if you don't, you'll end up with your arm halfway in a pig.